time goes by, you might actually consider drinking a little seawater, or maybe even urine. But in reality, they'll both dehydrate you all that much faster and will definitely kill you. From the sinking vessel, I collected a few items. I have them here. Get a little seawater in there, because from this, I can make fresh water. Throw in some keys for weight to keep the bowl as steady as possible. Take these plastic bags, rip them down to what you need, then take a piece of string, tie a loop in it. If I run the end through that loop 2 times, that'll make a friction knot that I can use that'll keep this thing in place. The last thing I need to do is make this into a cone shape over that collection cup. Take this weight, I'll put it right over the center. As the seawater evaporates with the heat, fresh water is going to collect right here. And as it does, on the underside, it's going to run down that cone to the very tip. And when it builds up enough, it'll drip off pure, fresh drinking water into that collection cup. And under optimal conditions, you'll get maybe 2.5 pints per day. After a day or two, your body is going to be craving for food. But if you eat anything, you're just going to dehydrate faster because your body requires more water to digest the food. And that could kill you.
The obvious thing to do is to catch a fish. But how do you do that with no rod or net?
A few things that I have that I could improvise with are some regular sewing needles, some safety pins. You might have some ladies' earrings or whatever. Really, the only thing you're limited by is your imagination. Now's the time to use it.
Any thin piece of metal can be turned into a fish hook. If you don't have any metal, even a piece of fish bone is better than nothing. Snap off a small sliver, make a groove, and attach some line in the middle. If you've got no line, you can improvise one from a bootlace.
All I have to do is pull it apart, and you're going to get line out of there to improvise fishing line with.
Once the line is attached to the fish bone, you're all set. Just wait for the fish to bite.
Give it a small jerk. It'll turn perpendicular to the line, get lodged in their throat. They're not coming off.
But fish aren't the only thing in the sea you can eat. If you're desperate, even the trusty old seaweed is worth a try.
This is incredible. You just have loads of stuff to work here with. First of all, I'm going to check it over because you're going to find some that have a lot of little round balls on them. They're actually filled with gases, and you don't want to eat these. What I'm looking for are anything that's brown, red, or green leafy types, and I have some here. I have some leaf here.
But before you start eating, there are a couple of simple tests you need to do to make sure you don't accidentally poison yourself.
You can start off by rubbing it on soft parts of your skin, or touch it to your lips and tongue. What I'm looking for is in about 5 to 10 minutes, if there's any numbing or stinging or any kind of ill effects, I don't want to eat that. If I can take a little more, put it in my mouth, chew it up. If there's no ill effects, after 5 or 10 minutes, and go ahead and swallow it. Now I'm going to wait 8 hours and see. If I don't have any ill effects after that time, I know that the seaweed that I'm eating is perfectly fine. It's safe for me to eat.